Disappointment for the Iowa Hawkeyes and Caitlin Clark, a team that fought so hard to get here, but did not have enough to overcome LSU.
I don't think it's going to set in for me for quite some time. I understand we came up one win short, but I think we have a lot to be proud of.
There can only be.
Now to Clark. 3 at the buzzer. Not again.
My goal is to win a national title. Plain and simple, that's what I want to do.
All-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
This time, it's Iowa. That will do it. Iowa survives Connecticut and heads back to the national championship game.
Being so close last year, I think that's what just drives you.
You know, the job's not finished.
It is great to catch up with Andraya Carter, definitively 5'8", I might add, just hours before this showdown. Andraya, you mentioned after the Final Four matchups how this game, this sport, is about responses. You get hit, how do you punch back? When it does come to responding, where do the strengths lie with both of these teams?
Well, let me start by saying this. I know you all just showed some Lakers highlights. For our sake on this game, we hope neither team goes on a 19-0 run. All right, that is not what we want to see. But if a smaller run happens, let's talk about Iowa, because who did you just show? Caitlin Clark. What's better to stop a run than a logo 3 or a wide open layup or a kick to her teammates? Her ability to break down the defense, to score from so deep, those type of big-time scoring plays that she makes, those can be incredible responses for this Iowa team. They ignite the team with so much energy. They ignite the team with confidence. And then on South Carolina's side, their defense, their length, the way they have incredible defensive instincts, and the shot blocking. That was Ashlyn Watkins. We call her Ashlyn Swatkins. When you talk about energy-giving plays, big-time blocks, sending the ball into the stands, and getting a defensive stop that way after a team goes on a run, those are the type of plays that South Carolina makes. So they both have ridiculous weapons when it comes to stopping runs. We just hope there aren't too big of runs in this game because, you know, of course, we want a close one.
Yeah, let's keep it close. Let's go for that mark of 14 million viewers again. Let's set a new record here. So outside of Caitlin Clark, outside of Camila Cardoso, right, 6'7", when you take away those two stars, you look down on the roster, who in the supporting casts has to have a standout performance?
Oh, my goodness. I could just go on and on, really, honestly, for both teams because they both have a lot of depth. But for me, for Iowa, I've got to talk about Hannah Stuelke and Kate Martin. Because Hannah Stuelke, the way that she played in their last game, had 23 points, the way she runs the floor. Kate Martin is the true coach on the floor for Iowa. And Gabby Marshall's defense, the energy that she plays with on that side of the ball, her ability to knock down threes, that's who Iowa's coming. I've got Sydney Falter, too, as like one of the toughest players on the court. I could keep going, I'm telling you. And for South Carolina, Raven Johnson, her leadership, her ability to knock down shots. Ashlyn Swatkins is her name, coming off the bench. Chloe Kidd's coming off the bench. And Mylasia Full-Wiley, she's a freshman. Her name is Lay with the Butter because she's got smooth handles. Tessa Johnson comes in and hits threes. Yeah. We don't know who's going to have a big game for either team because they both have a lot of weapons. So just be on the lookout. Just tune in because these teams are stacked.
Revenge game for South Carolina with a perfect season and a national title on the line. 3 p.m. Eastern. That is Andraya Carter getting us ready for this matchup on ABC and ESPN.